Two of the most popular suburbs in Salt Lake City, Sandy, Utah, Draper, Utah. One wins, one loses. Let's settle this once and for all. If you're considering moving to Salt Lake City, two of the most popular suburbs people want to live in are Sandy and Draper. And they just so happen to be right next to each other in the southwest portion of the valley. Both offer amazing mountain views, great schools, and easy access to outdoor activities. But there are some key differences that could make one a better fit for you than the other. Hey, I'm 𝐂𝐿𝐒, a real estate agent here in Salt Lake City. I help professionals and families relocate to Utah. If you're thinking about moving to Sandy, Draper, or really anywhere in the Salt Lake area, give me a call, a text, or email me anytime, and I'd love to help you find the perfect home. Now let's break down Sandy versus Draper. Which one is better for you? And make sure to stick around to the end of the video. I'm gonna tell you my least favorite aspect of both of these suburbs. For a lot of my clients, school districts matter a lot when deciding where to buy. In this case, both Sandy and Draper are part of the Canyons School District, one of the top ranked school districts in Utah. Now, since they share the same school district, the quality of public education is nearly identical. However, Draper has a few more private and charter school options, which might be something to consider if that's important to you. If schools are a big factor in your home search, you'll want to check out the school boundaries, as both cities have some highly rated elementary, middle, and high schools. Now, schools are a big factor in your home search. You'll want to check out the school location. Now, just because that particular school isn't in your boundary, in Utah, you still have the option to go to a different school, even if your house is not located in that school boundary. Now let's talk about home prices, because this is one of the biggest decisions between Sandy and Draper. Sandy's median home prices vary significantly by zip code. So for example, 𝐂𝐎𝐿𝐒, which is Central Sandy, has a median sales price of $524,000. But 𝐂𝐴𝐿𝐒, which is Eastern Sandy, has an average sales price of $568,000. And then we get to places like 𝐂𝐴𝐿𝐒, which is the higher end of Sandy, that has a median sales price of $959,000. That's a lot of money. And then you have 𝐂𝐴𝐿𝐒, which is the most expensive zip code in Sandy, with a median sales price of $1 million, largely due to high-end neighborhoods like Pepperwood, which is mostly just a bunch of multi-million-dollar homes. Now, Draper's median home price, on the other hand, is much more consistent at around $940,000 to $950,000. That's in the 𝐂𝐴𝐿𝑒 zip code. Now, what does this mean for you? Well, Sandy has a much wider range of prices, making it more accessible if you're looking for more of a starter home or maybe something more affordable, whereas Draper tends to have a little bit more consistency in their prices, right? Homes are generally newer, larger, and sit at a higher price point than most of Sandy. Now, if you're thinking about renting at first, here's what to expect. Sandy's average rents are as follows. A one-bedroom is gonna cost you somewhere between $1,000 to $1,500 per month, whereas a three-bedroom house is gonna be closer to about $2,000 to $2,200 per month. Now, Draper's average rents are actually pretty similar. A one-bedroom is gonna run you somewhere around $1,400 to $1,500 a month, whereas a three-bedroom is gonna be a little bit more expensive, between $2,200 to $2,300. Now, here's the bottom line. If budget is a big factor, Sandy has way more options at different price points, while Draper is a little bit more uniform and leans towards the higher end of homes. And for this reason, Sandy wins this category. Now, what's more important to you, having more housing options available or living in a more consistent quality neighborhood? Drop a comment below, let me know what you think. Now let's talk about lifestyle and amenities. What is it actually like to live in Sandy versus Draper? Well, both Sandy and Draper are suburban areas with great access to nature, but they have totally different qualities when it comes to shopping, entertainment, and the community vibe. Let's start with outdoor activities. Now, both have tons of hiking, biking, and outdoor recreation, with easy access to Little Cottonwood Canyon, which is near Sandy, Corner Canyon, which is close to Draper. And if you love skiing, Sandy is a little bit closer to Snowboard and Alta, while Draper has great mountain biking trails and easy access to Utah County adventures. The next big category is shopping and dining. Both have really good restaurant options and shopping centers, but Draper has a slightly newer, more upscale feel, especially with places like Draper Peaks. Now, Sandy has more variety, including more casual spots and big box stores like Target, Best Buy, Costco. Let's talk about nightlife. If bars, clubs, or late night entertainment is important to you, neither of these cities are going to be a good fit. They're basically suburban, family-friendly areas, so you'll definitely need to head to downtown Salt Lake City for nightlife. Here's the bottom line. Sandy has more diverse mix of amenities, from big shopping centers like 𝐂𝐎𝐿 to casual restaurants, whereas Draper has a little bit slightly newer, more upscale vibe with more boutique style shops and well-planned community layouts. To me, Draper is a little bit more spread out and newer, so I'm gonna give him the win in this category. When it comes to commute and accessibility, which suburb is more convenient? Both Sandy and Draper are centrally located in the Salt Lake Valley, making them great spots for commuting north to downtown Salt Lake City or south to Utah County in places like 𝐂𝐿e and the Silicon Slopes. The drive time to downtown Salt Lake City is going to run you about 20 to 30 minutes from both Sandy and Draper, whereas the drive time to 𝐂𝐿e and the Silicon Slopes is going to be a little bit less, especially if you live in Draper, probably more like 15 to 20 minutes. And Sandy is going to be a little bit further, 25 to 30 minutes, depending on the traffic. Now, both have public transportation options via the Utah track system, making it a fairly easy commute. Now, if you live in Sandy, it's going to be a quicker commute to places like downtown Salt Lake City, but if you live in Draper, it's going to be a better fit if your commute takes you to 𝐂𝐿e. Now, Sandy is a little bit more spread out, and therefore, depending on where you live and you're commuting to, you can live a little bit closer to your work than if you live in Draper, which means Sandy wins this category. Okay, here's my final thoughts and considerations. Which one is better, Sandy versus Draper? Who wins? Well, the answer really depends on your lifestyle and budget. I would say, in general, choose Sandy if you want more price variety, a bigger mix of neighborhoods, and slightly more affordability. I would choose Draper if you want a newer home or a more uniform feel and easier access to the Silicon Slopes. Now, if you're unsure which city is a better fit for you, that's what I'm here for. If you're considering relocating to Sandy, Draper, or anywhere in Salt Lake County, call, text, or email me anytime, and I'd love to help you navigate the market and find the perfect home. And don't forget, drop a comment below. Are you more of a Sandy person or more of a Draper person? Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next video.